Hi, everybody. Martha Creek here, marthacreek.com. I'm reading from Martha's Pearls, A Spiritual Approach of Life, available on Amazon. This is chapter 4, Mothers. If you were stranded on a desert island and could have only one book with you, what book would that be? For many years and through many interviews, my answer to this question was Marianne Williamson's book called A Return to Love. In this bestseller, she states that our mother creates our first impression of an adult woman in our lives. Our experience of mother is one that can influence our experience of women throughout our lives. I had dear friends gift me with a ticket to see the Judds at Louisville's new Yum Center in December of 2011. I've enjoyed the Judds' music and story since they first hit the country music scene decades ago. In one of their interviews, I was struck by the transparency as the Judds talked about their story of Naomi, the mother, Naomi Judd, and her teenage daughter, Winona, growing up, living together as professional celebrities on a tour bus. Imagine being this close to your mother, day in and day out, in this unusual living arrangement, not to mention the pressures of career and celebrity and emotional and family dynamics. So I'll pause here for a few seconds of silence in honor of the life of Naomi Judd, who died this year. Rest in peace. Except for the stardom, I believe their story is also somewhat basically our story. A story that includes conflict and heartache and illness and loss. It's also filled with understanding, mutual respect, growth, survival, overcoming, self realizations, accomplishments, fun times, and love. Both and. We carry so many loaded stories of how our mothers ought to be, how our mothers have hurt us, how they did or didn't do something for us, how they said or didn't say what we wanted to hear, and on and on and on. Now, now, right now, for our sake, let's ask ourselves, how would I be better off without the story of my mother, the fantasy of my mother? I would be more compassionate, understanding. I'd be more aware of her life and her journey, what it might have been like for her, especially in motherhood. I'd be amazed at how she managed through challenges, aware of her resilience and grit. I'd be awake to how well she did in the big scheme of things. I would be meeting her more friendly, more as a friend instead of with a should club, what she should have been, beating her with a should stick. I would be more curious about her, this woman who raised me, more grateful for what I have, more grateful for what I have and had, instead of what I should have had, could have had, would have had. I'd also be more amused at some of the drama that I've watched like an old rerun throughout my life. And for sure, I'd be more present to my own life and the bounty of blessings obvious to anyone who would look. If you're a mother, who would you be? And how would you treat yourself and your children differently if you didn't think and believe that you had to uphold and live out these unattainable false stories of mother and all that mothers should be and should do? Who would you be free of that torment? How would your life then and the lives of your children be better off without believing these old ancient concepts? One of the most powerful exercises for me during my work with the Hoffman Institute, hoffmaninstitute.org, a 9-day process that provides a safe, supportive environment in which participants identify and begin healing negative patterns of thinking, feeling, behaving in their search for love, approval, and appreciation in all of our relationships. One of the most powerful processes for me was having an imagined conversation with each of my parents, asking them about their childhood experiences, difficulties, sorrows, joys, and successes. I wrote 12 full pages to both parents, stating all that I wanted to say, all that I needed to speak, all that I had not said. And for the last part of the exercise, I wrote back as though my parents were writing to me and what they might have said to me, what I wanted to hear them say to me. The gift of this experience was the revelation of just how much I loved them and how deeply I truly wanted to be free from any bondage I'd put myself or them in. I wanted to be free from all the ick that I had naively put on them as shoulds, shouldn'ts, wants, needs, and false, unattainable notions about parenting. False beliefs. As I took them off the hook, guess who got free? Be the mother you've always wanted for you. It isn't necessary to give birth to have the experience of mothering. Find ways, meaningful ways, that you can mother you and maybe even mother those around you. You may be the only experience of mother that a person ever has. Love to you.